One of the units the sophomore study focuses on the power associated with knowledge and the various types of knowledge we possess. We begin the unit with a conversation about what knowledge is, when we use it, what kind of knowledge we possess, and similar topics to get students thinking about knowledge overall. Eventually, we start reading texts in order to analyze their purpose and what type of knowledge they reflect. One example of a text we consider is an infographic created by the Huffington Post in the education section. The following is an example of a think-aloud I would do to show students how to read, navigate, analyze, and respond to this particular text. As the students will be shifting to a one-to-one initiative next year, this text would be available to them on the class website via hyperlink. And students would work in small groups or pairs to answer the essential questions for the lesson. Where does the United States fall in the global race towards significant academic progress? And what does that tell you we are doing with the knowledge we possess? This is what I would do. After opening this text, the first thing I look for is where it came from. Across the top, I can clearly see the Huff Post, also known as Huffington Post in physical print, education section is responsible for publishing this article. After scrolling just a little, over here, I can also see when the article was originally published. Now, even though it was published in 2012, from our previous research, discussions, and readings, we can surmise that the facts are still relatively similar. I noticed the title, Education Olympics. How does America rank compared to other countries? This lets me know that the text will be comparative and focus on education. When I read the word Olympics, I think competition, winning, losing, and pride after experiencing, from the television, a few Olympics in my time. And I would assume there my students would laugh because they usually like to humor me. I wouldn't be surprised if someone asked how many Olympics. We would do the math, and they would argue with me how I could actually be as old as I am. But I digress. I can see how many times the article was shared on other social media sites, here, which lets me know that there is already an online discussion in existence regarding this text. As I begin to read the print on this text, I notice that some words appear in yellow. When I click on them, they hyperlink me to other texts for more contextualization. The first hyperlink takes me to an article about U.S. students lagging behind foreign peers and making improvements in education. I would click on the remaining hyperlinks to better prepare me to finish this text and to better inform me about the overall topic of academic competitiveness. Finally, when I get to the infographic itself, here, it takes up the rest of the text. The creator of the infographic made differentiating between the categories more visually appealing by using different colors and different font sizes. I see comparisons of specifically the number of gold medals between the U.S. and the 10 most gold medal winning countries. It is clear that the U.S. has taken the lead with 929 gold medals, which is more than quadruple the two closest countries. Then I scroll down further. I see that the author of the infographic addresses issues such as high school graduation rate, average class size, number of people with post-high school education, starting teacher salaries, the number of required hours in school each year, global math and science rankings, and overall educational Olympic winners. From here, you will analyze this text with your partner or group, starting from the beginning, utilizing the hyperlinks, navigating the infographic in order to answer our essential questions. Remember, our questions were, where does the United States fall in the global race towards significant academic progress? And what does that tell you we are doing with the knowledge we possess? Type out your response and post it to the class discussion section of our class site. And remember, include evidence from the text, both the main text here and the hyperlinks, in your answer. Citations are always a must. If you finish early, take note of the related articles on the site found below to see how those also apply to our questions under study.